Hey everyone, so I am here with with a quick Q&A. I was gonna do it in my nail room, but I just finished doing nails and I am extremely tired. Stick it on over there. Okay. I am extremely tired. Like I literally just finished and I was like, I really don't feel like doing this live, but I had already told y'all, so I had to go ahead and do it. But I'm just gonna be asking a few nail questions. I know I haven't done one in a while. I'm in my room. This is my room. Again, I wanted to do it in my nail room, but y'all, I'm too freaking tired. I literally just finished working. So yeah, so just ask your questions. Thank you, Queen. Just ask your questions and I will be answering anything that you guys want to know. Nail related, it really does not matter. But I haven't done one of these in a while, which is why I wanted to do this. But thank you to people that are saying they like my hair. I've actually had read a lot. So, I hold on, y'all. Someone's FaceTiming me, but hold on. Hello. Hey, Puddin' Pop. Hey, what are you doing? Hey. I'm recording a video. Oh, it's fine. As soon as I'm done, I'll call you back. Alrighty. No. Oh, no, I haven't talked to him. Alrighty. Bye. Love you. Bye. Oh, sorry about that. So, uh, I'm sorry. She called me. Let's see. So yeah, I was talking about the hair that I've had this color plenty of times before. Thank you, Jory. I think that's what it is. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Queen. So she said, "Was it really hard to build your clientele?" Okay, so I was actually talking to one of the client that just left. I was just talking to her about it, just because I've been doing her nails for, I think she said something about she's been coming to me since like 2013. And I was like, how did you even hear about me? And she's like, well, the girl that used to do my hair, I think she said you did her nails and I liked them. So I asked her, who did her nails? And she gave me your Instagram. So I reached out to you, and you started doing my nails like that. So that's really how it always starts. It's really just word of mouth. So like, if you do good work, people are gonna want to know, who did your nails or who did their nails, and they're gonna say you, and then that's really how it goes. What you can do, which will also help, is really just giving your clients business cards and just doing some sort of thing like, if you refer like 3 or 5 people to me, I'm gonna do like a free service or free feel, free toe polish, whatever. You could always do that. And it'll help bring in people. Another thing would be, just posting on social media. Like, social media right now is literally taking over the world. Just post your pictures, use your hashtags. If you're like in Atlanta, say, hashtag Atlanta nail techs, hashtag Atlanta nails, things like that, and it's gonna get your name out there. Leave your business cards at different businesses, things like that. And then the way to keep your clients coming is, of course, providing a good customer service, doing their nails really good, and most importantly, booking them for every 2 or 3 weeks. So all of my clients, they come back every 2 weeks, so they already know that before they get up out that chair, they have to rebook their appointment, because if not, it's gonna mess them up, because someone else might book their spot or something. So they already know they have to rebook their appointment before they leave. I know it's people out there that do the online booking. I've never honestly been a fan of it. I like to be able to see and touch and write my own appointments down. I know it's a little bit harder to keep track of, but honestly, to me, it's a bit harder to keep track of doing it online. So again, the way to build your clientele is, one, to do referral cards. make sure that you you know, rebook your clients, and also just making sure that you know, post your stuff on social media, because that is really big right now. Let's see, I know that took me a bit to answer, but I wanted to, you know, give you guys the details. But honestly, like, whenever you do good work, people are going to notice, and they're gonna want to know who did those nails, and they're gonna say, you know, your name. So tell your clients, you know, hey, you know, if they ask you, you know, just tell them to follow me on Instagram, or give them my website, or give them my phone number, whatever you feel comfortable, you know, having people reach you at. Say, someone said, if I started doing nails, when clients come back to, do I redo the whole set or just a feel? How will I charge? Okay, so when people come back, obviously you are most likely a beginner. So whenever they come back, you would do a feel. Now, if their nails lifted and they came off, then of course you would have to do a whole new set, because I know for a fact that as a beginner, it's really hard to prevent lifting. So most likely, I know for me, like when I first started, we would have to do a whole new set because the nails were gone from lifting. But if the nails are still on, you just go in and do a feel. And your prices, I mean, they really just depend on you, you know, how much you want to charge. As a beginner, I always suggest maybe doing like a full set for $25, a feel for 15, but it also depends on what products you're using. Especially as a beginner, you don't want to be using very expensive materials, because you know, you have to make your profit, you have to be able to buy your products again. And if you're using a lot of expensive products, you know, and say the nails don't last, I don't want to say you're wasting your product, but you want to use something that's a little bit less expensive. That way you can actually make a profit from doing nails as a beginner. I'm sorry, hold on, I need to sit up because I need to scroll through these questions. Let's see. The next one is, I really want to get into doing acrylic nails to save money, but don't want to go through nail tech school. Do you think I could learn through your videos, or through videos, etc.? If you want to just learn to do nails for yourself, then you don't have to go to school. You can definitely learn from watching videos. That's how I learned. But if you want to do nails on other people, and you want to work in a salon, and that's what, you know, you want your income to be from, then you definitely have to go to school. But again, if you're just doing it on yourself, your friend, your mom, then you should be fine. You definitely could learn from watching my videos, or other people's videos. Let's see. She said, hey, Hazel said, hey, I'm learning, and I've been watching your videos while I do my nails, and I've honestly been helping me do better. Thank you, Hazel. Yeah, so honestly, I feel like if you watch my videos, you will learn a lot, because, you know, even though a lot of the videos are pretty much the same, like all of the steps when doing acrylic nails are literally the same. You just have to do it over and over and over again to get better, like especially with lifting and stuff, and to apply your acrylic smoothly, it's all about repetition. Thank you, Sophia. Hey, Laudies. Hey, Diane. Someone said, I love you. You're so informative to the T. You give out so much necessary information, and thank you, and keep slaying those nails. Thank you, Arnasia. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Okay, so how do you stop acrylic from getting near the cuticle, and how do you prevent lifting? Okay, so when you are, sorry y'all, sugar is being nosy. So when you apply your acrylic, I show you guys in all of my videos that I place the bead really close to the cuticle area, but not actually on the skin. And if it does get on the skin, just go around the cuticle area with the very tip of your brush, and just go around there and just remove the acrylic from the skin. To prevent lifting, you have to make sure that, for one, you don't have any product on the skin, and for two, that you make sure that you prep the nail really good before you even apply the acrylic, that you apply the right size tip, and most importantly, you want to make sure that you are sealing that acrylic around the cuticle area really good. Those are the keys to no lifting. But again, it takes a while to finally, you know, prevent lifting. I know it took a while for me, so it's something normal for anyone, to be honest. Let's see. um Someone said, I just ordered the Melody Susie drill you use. How long have you been using it, and what do you think? Okay, so she said she just ordered the Melody Susie nail drill. I probably need to watch or look at the comments on my phone, because I'm losing track. But yes, the Melody Susie nail drill I've been using since November. Sugar. since June, since I moved to my other nail room. Um, and I haven't had any problems with it at all. As far as what do I like about it, I mean, honestly, like I've said before, like all of my drills that I've used have been really good, like no complaints at all, maybe just one that wasn't good at all. But other than that, all of the drills are pretty much the same. The only difference is how they look, like mine, the Melody Susie one, you can put the drill like in the middle of it, like inside of it, so that's different compared to other drills. Usually all of the other ones are just like a box, and then you have your drill your handpiece on the side. But I really like the Melody Susie drill. Again, I haven't had any issues with it at all. So I do highly recommend it. Let's see. The next one would be um I really want to get, okay, I already read that one. Thank you, Jory. I think it's Jory. Somebody said, have you tried CJP acrylic? Honestly, no, I don't even know. I've never actually heard of that. Um, Someone said, how to start practicing nails without no money. If you don't have any money, like, you're just going to have to save up, because you can't do acrylic nails without acrylic. Um, Let me see. How do you come up with designs, especially for starters? So even me now, like, I honestly, a lot of my clients, they come with pictures of nails that they see on Instagram or Pinterest, and then they're just like, this is what I want. So a lot of the things that I do are just inspired by someone else. Honestly, I wish that I could pay attention to everyone that like whoever did the nails, so I could shout them out. But unfortunately, sometimes, like, especially like I book my clients back to back, so a lot of the time they show me the picture and I don't even look to see who did it. I kind of just do the nails, and that's pretty much it. But you could always go on Pinterest or Instagram and look for your own pictures, and if your clients don't know what they want, you could always tell them like, hey, well, I seen this that I like and I've been wanting to do, so maybe we could try it on you. And like, my clients are always open to me just doing whatever, and a lot of the time it's just something that I've seen and that I liked. Next, let's see. Stephanie, I already have a video on how to remove acrylic nails. I'll be sure to link it down below, but if not, you could always go in the search bar and just type in Natalie Carmona soak off nails, and I'm pretty sure something will pop up, because I do have a few of those. But the way to soak off acrylic nails would of course be to just remove the gel polish or bling or whatever you have, clip them down all the way down, and then just soak them in pure acetone. And just let them sit there for like 30 minutes, like 15 to 30 minutes, until all of the acrylic soaks off. Let me see. Um, how thick should acrylic nails be? As far as how thick they should be, you can't really tell because I have rhinestones on, but you want to make sure, like, the most important thing about doing nails is that you want to make sure that you have a nice apex, because if not, they will break off easily. I don't know if you guys can see how thick, like, again, it's because I have rhinestones on, but my tip, the tip of my nail is maybe like credit card thick. That's usually what people recommend that your tip be, maybe like slightly thicker than a credit card. But again, you want to make sure that you have a nice apex, which is this area right here. You don't want just flat nails, like you don't want your nail to look like this. You want it to have that, like apex right here, which is what gives your nail strength, because if not, they will break off. Let's see. Let's see. Any tips for beginners? The best tip for beginners is really just to practice a lot, this career comes with a lot of practice, because it's going to be a lot of things that you learn like on the daily basis. It's new things coming out every day, new designs every day, so like you never basically stop learning. And like with me now, like I'm able to just look at a picture and be able to recreate it. A lot of the time, there are some things like 3D nail art I cannot do for anything in the world. I need to take some sort of class on 3D nail art, because that is just, again, something that I've never been good at. So it's gonna be things that you just learn all the time. um items, someone said, what items do I need in order to start doing nails? I do have a lot of videos on that. So again, just go on your search bar on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube, and just type in Natalie Carmona's nail supplies for beginners, or to do nails or something like that. And if I forget, just once I finish this video, just comment down below and I'll try to leave the link to the videos. Oops, sorry, I went to the wrong. Someone said, hello, what are your thoughts on nail bits for cuticles? Honestly, I've just did a recent video on this. The drill bits that I use are my extra coarse drill bit, which is what I use to remove gel polish. I also use a fine drill bit, which is what I use to file the acrylic afterwards, and then of course my sanding band. Those are the only three drill bits that I ever use. I've honestly have never used any of the cuticle drill bits. I have seen people using them, but I personally have never used any. Let's see. Someone said, I love your videos. Thank you. This is Raven. She said, as a beginner, how long did you wait before you started practicing on actual people? Honestly, I never really practiced on a practice hand. I would always practice either on myself or my little sister. And the way that I knew that I was kind of ready to start doing nails was when I wasn't getting as much lifting, because that's really the hardest thing to get rid of. And even when I started doing nails, I was still getting lifting. So I did have a lot of clients that never came back because their nails lifted, but then I had those clients that stayed, and with time I just got better and better, and that's just kind of how it goes. But as far as the lifting, you just have to get that lifting under control, and I feel like that's when you can start actually doing people's nails. But you're gonna have those people that have problems with lifting. Their nails are gonna come off, but just let them know that you are a beginner and you're still learning, and they should understand. Yeah, was that Brazelina, I'm sorry. So she just said, lifting is lifting will literally make or break you as a nail tech, but once you get it under control, you will be fine. But again, it does take a while. You just have to be patient and practice over and over and over and over again. Literally when I was in high school and I was doing the cosmetology program, I would go in there and practice doing nails every day. Everybody else would be doing something different, and I would be doing nails because I also did the Skills USA competition. I don't know if anyone or any of y'all know about that, but I was actually practicing for that. Someone said, Brianna said, is there an inexpensive gel polish brand you recommend? As you guys know, I use they're like $19, almost $20 without a discount. But if you sign up for the VIP program, which gives you 50% off, so the polishes are like $9.95 each, and you have to pay $29 a month, but that $29 is credited to your account. So really it's you're really not paying, because that $29, once it's credited to your account, you can use that to buy polish. So when you think about it, it's okay, so if I use that to buy polish, then you're really not paying, because you would be using that money anyways to buy gel polish. But you get 50% off, you get free shipping, and then you also get exclusive access to some of their new collections and stuff like that. But their gel polishes are the truth. They go on so good, the coverage is so good, and they last so long, and I just literally love them. Another brand would be D&D. Now D&D, they are kind of like a hit and miss. They are really cheap. It comes with a gel polish and a regular polish for $8. The only thing about them is some are either too runny or too hard, or not hard but thick, so it's kind of hard to apply when they're too runny, because you have to do 3 coats, and if they're too thick, it gives you a hard time. But they're really inexpensive. So again, I use Madam Glam, and then I also have a few D&Ds. The reason why I have the D&Ds is because since they come with a regular nail polish, you guys know that when I do ombre nails, I use regular nail polish, and that's why I use those. Let's see. Okay, so someone just asked, am I taking new clients? And let me just go ahead and explain. So I haven't been taking new clients for a while, and a lot of people think that it's just a bad thing, oh, she's never taking new clients, oh, she don't like new people, oh, this, oh, that. No, The reason why I'm not taking new clients, which should be everyone's goal, is because my clients come back every 2 weeks. So all of the people that I see this week, they'll be back again in 2 weeks. The people that I see next week, they'll be back again in 2 weeks. So like they come every 2 weeks. So literally when they book, I have no more openings. You know, like I have my YouTube that I have to do. I have my online store. I have nails every day. So like I literally only get Fridays off and Sundays off, like, and that's it. So like, you know, if I was to take more clients, like I would not have any free time at all. So me not taking clients, it's actually a really good thing. It means that my clients keep coming back and keep coming back because I'm just that good. And that's what it means. Not even just for me, you know, I don't ever just be like, oh, I'm the best or nothing like that. But I'm just trying to, you know, prove a point that when people are not taking clients, whether it's a hairdresser, whether it's a makeup artist, whether it's nails, you know, what's really, especially with nails, is different because, you know, with nails, people get their nails done every 2 weeks. But like with makeup, you know, people might get their makeup done for a special event. People get their hair done, you know, maybe once a month, every 3 weeks, you know, so it's not as often, which means that they can take more clients. But with nails, again, they come every 2 weeks, so you know we have less spots for clients. So hopefully that answered the question. I know a lot of people always ask me that question, but that's the reason why I'm not taking no clients. Of course, you know, I wish that I could do everyone that wanted their nails done, but there's just not enough time in my world or my life to get everyone in. Let's see. The next question is, have you ever tried Young Nail products? Do you like it? Yes, I have tried Young Nails, and I honestly really, really like their products. The only thing is that they are a little bit on the more expensive side, and you know, I've been using Mia Secret for a while, so I've been loyal to them. I also been using Glam and Glitz just recently, and I also really like them. I actually just ran out of my clear today, so I actually have to get more of that. The reason why I love Glam and Glitz, or I guess I can tell you the difference. So the difference between Mia Secret and Glam and Glitz is just that Glam and Glitz dries a little bit faster. So if you're a beginner, you want something that's not going to dry too fast, because then it's going to be hard to like smooth out your acrylic. But if you're a little bit more advanced, it's going to get on your nerves when the acrylic does not dry fast enough, because then when you brush it, it kind of brushes off the nail. But if you use the Glam and Glitz, you know, it dries a lot faster, so you're able to build, you know, your nail a lot quicker, which is what I like. And that's why I said that I might be switching over to Glam and Glitz, because I'm past the beginner stage, you know, I'm more advanced. So I need something that dries a lot faster, if that makes sense. But again, if you are a beginner, I would recommend you using Mia Secret, because again, yes, it is a little bit on the runnier side, but it just means that it's not going to dry as fast. So you know, it's going to give you more time to work it with it and smooth it out. Let's see. Someone said, do you prefer Soleil glue over gem gel? I've never used gem gel. I've been using Soleil nail adhesive for a while, and it works really good for me. I was using the Mia Secret gel resin for a while as well, and it's very similar, like very, very similar. But the Soleil nail adhesive just works a lot better, like a lot better. Um, and you do also have to use the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator with the Soleil adhesive, and that's just the spray that helps the glue dry a lot faster, because since it is a gel resin, it's a little bit thicker, so it takes it a little bit longer to dry. So with the spray, it just instantly dries the glue. Um, Somebody said favorite acrylic brand. My favorite brand, I mean, again, I've been using Mia Secret for a while. I like it for beginners. Right now I've been using Glam and Glitz. I also really like that one. But as far as like a favorite one, I honestly don't have one. I've also used Young Nails. They were really good as well. And I mean, like Young Nail and Glam and Glitz, I feel like was really similar as far as like setting time. So if you're looking for like acrylic brand, it really just depends on, you know, how much you are willing to spend. Um, Let me see. Someone said I can't get the gel off my brush. So if you cured your brush, like if you accidentally had gel on your brush and you cured it, and it's not a soak off gel, you're not gonna be able to get it off. Like it's just the truth. I did it the other day, and I ended up having to throw the brush away because it's not a soak off gel. Let me see. Thank you, Queen. She said she learned a lot from my videos and she appreciate me. Thank you. Um, Someone said, do you have a tutorial on using glow powder? I think I do. I actually buy my glow in the dark powder from like Amazon. If you just go on there and type in like glow in the dark powder, it'll pop up, and all I do is just mix that glow in the dark powder and add it to my acrylic, and then it glows in the dark, and that's all I do. Let's see. Place to get stones. I actually have the ones I use on my website. I'm waiting to get more shipping labels and shipping bags, and I might reopen the website up that way, because I mean, like, a lot of things sold out, but I still have, like, we recounted everything, and I still have like tips, and I have the rhinestones, I have a few glues. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up again, to get rid of that, and then I can get all new everything again. I'm gonna check my tracking on Amazon, but everything like my shipping bags and shipping labels should be here probably tomorrow. So if it gets here tomorrow, then most likely I will open up the online store on Thursday, because I'm off Friday. That way I can get everyone's order out, as soon as possible. um let's see. Oh shoot. Okay, someone said, I want to do, oh, where'd the comments go? It's an ad in my video. Let's see. Let's see. Odors. I think, yeah, I see y'all talking about odorless acrylic. The only odorless acrylic that I've ever used was the Mia Secret odorless acrylic, and y'all, that thing burned my fingers. Like, especially if you get the monomer on your skin, like, it burns so bad. I'll be sure to leave the video somewhere down below, because y'all, that, like, I promise y'all, like, it was burning. It was to the point where I literally had to like hold down on the table because it was burning so much. Because a lot of the not Mia Secret, but a lot of the odorless products, since they don't have, I don't know, it's something about the chemicals in it that they don't have something, so it takes it longer to dry, so you actually have to cure them under your light for them to dry. So maybe, you should try curing. If you're using odorless and you feel like it's taking too long to dry, I would suggest putting them under the light, and hopefully that helps, because I've actually heard that even if it doesn't say that it has to be cured, just putting it under the heat or the light helps it dry a lot faster. Let's see. I lost where I was at. Did you ever give an update on the odorless monomer? That set stayed on. I think I ended up taking that set off, but the set, it wasn't anything wrong. I didn't get any lifting or anything. I ended up just doing a different set, because remember, I did those really long fall nails, and I used that odorless product for that. But I wasn't gonna keep that set on. During that time, I was just doing my nails a lot to upload videos, but the product overall, it went on really easily. The only thing was that if you get it on the skin and once you put that hand under the light, it will burn. But other than that, the product, was pretty good. It is a lot more expensive, so if you plan on like using it on yourself, then yeah, it would be good. But if it's something that you plan on using on clients, they only sell them in like small containers, so it would be really expensive, to use it on everyone, because it would run out pretty quickly. Let's see. Um, I've actually bought Mia Secret on Amazon, and I've never had an issue. But I would suggest buying it on like Nail Supply Glamour. I do have a promo code for them. So you could always buy it on there, or what's the other one? Brush Nail Supply, or Nail Supply Brush, something like that. And they also have I have a promo code with them, but those are like, not certified, but they're actual, like, sellers for Mia Secret. Let's see. They asked me, Mia Secret actually reached out to me like last week, asking if I wanted to go to LA for one of their classes. But I just came back from my trip like Sunday, so I didn't want to have to leave again next week, because I already have clients. Are you still considering doing nails? Yes, I am considering doing nails, but I'm still trying to figure out, like, it's so hard trying to figure out how I want to do it, because maybe I need you guys' opinion. Maybe I need to make a post on Instagram asking you guys like how I should do it. Like, I see a lot of people have been doing nail classes, But I don't know, like, would I travel? And if I travel, like, would I have to rent out a place, or do I want to do one-on-ones where I just come to you? You know, I don't know if people are going to be feel comfortable with me coming to their place, or, you know, I'm just very confused on like how I want to do it. So maybe I should get you guys input, you know, and maybe that would help me. You know, maybe you've done a class with someone else, but I don't want to just, you know, like put something together and not be good. I want to make sure that it's worth your time and your money, and make sure that, but also I know someone just said rent a place. The only thing about renting a place is that I don't want to do a big class, because, you know, if you're gonna be paying your, you know, paying to do a class, you know, I want to make sure that you actually learn what you want to learn. I don't want to just do a huge class and then you don't get to answer or ask questions. So yeah, definitely. Someone said, I mean, she said 5 people at a time. Yeah, I know for a fact that I wouldn't want to do more than 5 people at a time. That's like the maximum is 5 people. Just because, again, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to be able to answer all of your questions. And then also, as far as the price, I know someone said that some are overpriced. Like, I don't know what would be a good price as far as like a class. So, you know, if anybody, if any of y'all could just, you know, throw out some prices, and then I can just, you know, take it into consideration, because you also have to take, or I have to take into consideration that, you know, especially if I do classes like out of state, like I would have to pay for a hotel, I would have to pay for my gas, I would have to, or flight, and I would have to pay, you know, to rent a place, you know, so it's a lot. So I have to make sure that, you know, I'm charging enough so I can be, so I can cover those things, because I don't want to like go out of town and do a class and then make $20 or something like that. So, you know, I have to make sure that I'm planning everything accordingly. Let's see. Someone said, "Do you like Nail Supply Glamour colored acrylic?" Honestly, I do. Like their colored acrylics. Some are a little bit translucent, but for the most part, all of the ones that I have do last, and you know the colors are really good. Hola Daisy. Let's see. We already talked about lifting. Odorless monomer, I already talked about that. Let's see. Let's see. The only problem is that when I put the top coat on the sets, when I go to put cuticle oil on it, it gets dull no matter what I do. How do I stop it? Okay, so if your nails are getting, if you do the top coat and your nails get dull once you wipe them off, make sure that you're using like a, I like to use a non-white top coat, because you don't have to wipe them off. But usually whenever I apply the cuticle oil, I just make sure that I don't get it on the skin. Even though I'm using a non-white top coat, I still make sure that I don't get it on the skin, or on the nail, sorry. Thank you so much to everyone that's complimenting my videos. You know, I really appreciate the love and the support. You know, I enjoy doing this and being able to sit here and talk to you guys. Which white acrylic brand would you recommend? The only, I don't use white a lot, but I have one by Glam and Glitz. I have one by Mia's Secret, and I think I have one by Young Nails. But I don't use it too often, to be honest. How do you keep the stones from falling off? Again, I use this like nail adhesive for my bling, and everything stays on really good. Like, maybe, I think from this hand I'm missing one, two, three. I'm missing three, but they're like the little bitty tiny ones, like on the corners, which usually on the corners I feel like it's normal, because you know we pick up things and we do things all the time, so like the corners are liable to fall off. But I think I've done really good for me to have bling on all of my nails, and I'm only missing three on this hand. Like, that's really good. um let's see. I'm still trying to, like, you know, answer everyone's question. A lot of the things are, you know, being repeated, so that's why I'm just reading through them. Someone just said, what's a drill that I recommend? The drill that I'm using right now is the Melody Susie Scarlet Nail Drill. It's been working really good for me. No complaints at all. I've been using it since June, and I haven't had any issues at all. Yeah, so that's my thing on that. Other drills that I've used the McCart nail drill. That one also didn't give me any problems at all. um But I think whenever I switched over to my new nail room, I wanted all new everything, which is why I stopped using it. But I gave it away. I think I sold my old nail desk, and I ended up just giving her like my nail drill, my dust collector, and like all of my nail polish. Let's see. Um, Okay, someone said, is there a way to practice on my own nails and take them off the same day? I'm a beginner and I don't want to walk around with beginner nails. Please help. Okay, so if you're working like if you're a beginner and you want to practice on your own nails, you could always do like a little bit of cuticle oil on your nail bed. So like you would have to skip the removing the shine from the natural nail part. You would just, apply your nail tip and then apply the acrylic right on. But if you apply a little bit of cuticle oil, you should, they're gonna lift right up. So you should be able to take them off very easily, unless you just want to, do all of the steps and then just soak them off. You don't want to rip them off because you are going to damage your natural nail. Let's see. Any tips? We already talked about that. Okay, so this is where you guys are talking about the nail classes. So, Lala said to rent a place. Someone said have it in your own space. Like my nail room is not big at all, and I don't know that I would want everyone coming to my place. To be honest. And then I don't know y'all, but I really need some help. Um, yeah, and since someone who is this Kay Golden, she says she's willing to travel to Arkansas. So maybe I need to like get a group together and say, okay, y'all, so I'm gonna do a class like who's willing to travel, most likely do a deposit and just do it like that. Um and just do a few girls at a time, maybe. I don't know, y'all. Um Someone said you could always put press-ons on your nail and use a peel-off base coat. I'm pretty sure she was answering someone's question. Um, what's your tip for shaping ballerina coffin nails? Okay, so I think I need to actually do like an updated video on this. But when you're shaping coffin nails, you just want to make sure that you're filing directly from the side of your nail towards the tip, and make sure that you're holding your file like really straight against the nail. If you go in too much, it's gonna be like if say you file too much on one side, your nail is gonna be crooked. So you just have to make sure that you file the same amount of times on each side. That way it's really straight. And you want to make sure that you hold your file really straight against your nail. Yeah, someone said most classes are 500, so it would definitely like I know that I honestly wouldn't want to charge too much because I understand what it's like to be a beginner, especially being young, like you just don't have that type of money. So, but again, you have to take into consideration that I would be traveling, that I would, I most definitely would want to provide the kit. So, because I don't want to teach someone, um I wouldn't want to just teach someone, with like say the products from like you know AliExpress or Amazon, like MMA. I don't want to have to teach a class with someone that's using MMA acrylic. So that's why I would rather just, provide a kit on my own. Let's see. Um, Okay, so Lala said, "What's your advice on buying all of the products to start off your business?" Honestly, when I first started doing nails, like I think I've told you guys the story before, but my dad took me to the store. I had a list of everything that I needed to do nails. I just went out and bought the stuff. I bought like maybe 80 nail polishes. They're $1 a piece. And then I just had a regular desk, like a computer desk. I had a computer chair, and that's just how I started. And as you make money, you start upgrading, you start buying better things. Finally got my actual nail table. And but don't I feel like the mistake that a lot of people make is that they try to like ball out. Like say you're a beginner and like they just ball out. But I feel like start off small, and then as you make money, while like you start doing nails, you're gonna start making money. And the money that you make, use that money to buy more things. Like don't ball out and go broke at the beginning. Just start little, start small and then grow as time goes by. Yeah, don't do that, because especially when you're a beginner. I think I mentioned this earlier. When you're a beginner, like you know, most likely, you know, you're gonna have lifting, your nails might be a little bit bumpy. Not, I'm not saying everyone is like this, but you know, like as a beginner, I know that's what I experienced. And you know, you don't want to like get like the most expensive rhinestones, the most expensive acrylic, because a lot of the time, you know, the nails might lift, the nail might break off. So, you know, you don't want to, you know, also charge a lot because you're a beginner. Because people are going to be like, dang, you know, she's charging $50 and her nails don't even look that good. And, you know, again, I'm not saying that everyone is like this, but, you know, I've seen this before. Because even me, like, you know, it's people that I know of, and you know, when they first started, I'm like, you know, she needs to go down on her prices, because you know, she just started off, her nails probably are gonna lift, and you know, people are not gonna want to go to them. And I've actually had people tell me, you know, like, oh yeah, I heard such and such was doing nails, but you know, she's charging too much. So you want to make sure that you buy, you know, products are a little bit, you know, more affordable. That way you don't just break even, but you're actually making a profit, and then you can use your profit to buy more products. So don't, you know, try to go big at the beginning. Again, just use whatever money you make and go buy products with that money, and whatever money you use to buy your stuff at the beginning, you put that in your pocket and then use your profit to buy more things. If that makes sense. Hopefully that helps someone. Okay, someone said, Tere de Luna said, what's your advice? What advice do you give someone that is not comfortable filing around the cuticle area? Yes, okay, sorry. So, Lala, yeah, like you're literally losing because you're not making your money back. You're spending so much money on product, but you're not making that money back because you spend more than what you make. So, you know, you want to make sure that you don't just ball out and you know, try to get the best things at first, because people, you know, they understand that you're a beginner, you're still learning, you know, so that's usually how it goes. But I'm sorry, I was gonna say, someone said, what advice do you give someone that is not comfortable with filing around the cuticle area? So I think honestly we all go through that, where we're scared to file around the cuticle area, and the only thing to do is literally just keep trying, keep practicing. You can use a safety drill bit, but even with those, it's a bit hard to kind of seal the cuticle area with those. So the only thing is just keep practicing, you know, like slow your drill down as much as you can, and just slowly get around that cuticle area. And as you practice more and more, you know, you're gonna get a bit more comfortable. I know when I first started, that was my problem, and that's why I was having problems with lifting, because you know, I wasn't getting to that cuticle area because I was scared that I would cut someone. So hopefully that helped, but again, it's just a matter of practicing. um okay, so when I use my Melody Susie nail drill, I someone just asked what speeds do I use. Now, first I want to say that when you're using your drill, you know, use it at the speed that you feel comfortable using it at. Now, the way to figure out what speed you need to use it on is like, say you're removing the shine from the natural nail, use it at a slow speed, and then if you feel like, you know, like this is going way too slow, just speed it up a little bit more. If you feel like that's going too fast, just slow it down a little bit, you know, and kind of like, you know, just find whatever works for you. Same thing when you're filing the acrylic, you know, you're gonna find what works for you, but it's just a matter of kind of messing with the nail drill and just, you know, trying to see what works best. Now, whenever I do nails, I remove the shine from the natural nail at 5,000 RPMs. When I file the acrylic, once I've applied it, I use it at 10,000 RPMs. And when I'm removing gel polish, I use it at like between 10,000 and 15,000 RPMs. Again, that is just what I use it on. Keep or take into consideration that I've been doing nails for a while, so I can use it at, you know, faster speed. But also all nail drills are different. You know, yours are you know, yours might be a little bit slower on 5,000 RPMs or 10,000. So you just have to mess with it and figure out what works for you. Um See, and that's a someone said something about renting an activity center in a neighborhood for a class. The thing about that a lot of the time is that they don't want the smell, so that's hard as well. Um, Okay, the pixie crystals, the way that I apply, I don't have the pixie crystals. I've done them before, but I actually have the caviar, which is really similar. And the way to apply those, or the way I do it, I just do like a top coat. I use the at the time I used the IBD gel top coat because it was a lot thicker. And then you just sprinkle the crystals on top and then cure it, and that's what worked for me. Um, let's see. The monomer and polymer that I've been using lately, I've been using my Glam and Glids, but I always use my Mia's Secret. I actually ran out of the Glam and Glids clear acrylic powder today, so I'm gonna switch back over to my Mia's Secret one. Stone placement. Okay, so as far as the placement, when I do a full nail, you guys know that I alternate between the two different sizes, my SS6 and my SS12. And then as far as like doing different designs with the stones, a lot of the time I kind of already have some that I like in my head that I like to do, which would be the ones around the cuticle area, or some in the middle, or maybe the tip. So just look up pictures and see some designs that you like. And sometimes, if your client just don't know what they want, you could always just throw this on their nail, and it's gonna make the set look a lot better. Let's see. Someone asked what drill do I use. I use the Melody Susie Scarlet nail drill. um Someone said, I'm a beginner and I'm afraid to cut myself with an e-file. What do you suggest? Again, it's just a matter of practicing. You like, even now, I still cut myself sometimes. I still cut my clients sometimes. Sometimes you just can't help it, but you just have to be careful and find what speed works for you. Someone said, is there a nail tech that you on YouTube that you like to watch? Honestly, I do not have time to watch videos. My day literally consists of me waking up, doing nails, and then when I'm done, I eat, take a shower, go to sleep. Like, that's what my day consists of. Or like when I'm like laying in a bed, that's when I edit my videos. By the time I edit and do my voiceover, like, it's time to go to sleep. So I honestly do not have time to watch videos. The one person that I absolutely love is Dallas J Nails. She is actually based out of Miami, and I really like her work. um Yeah, someone said they have the Melody Susie nail drill, but they have problems falling on their stuff. Again, it's just gonna take a lot of practice, to finally get it down. But with practice makes perfect. Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna scoot this down some. Okay, that should. Okay, there we go. I just got tired of sitting up. Um, let's see. Queen said, how long have you been doing nails? I actually been doing nails for about 7 years now. I started when I was like 15, excuse me, but I've only been licensed. I was licensed when I was 19, I think. So yeah. Um, as for, okay, someone said, how much money did you lose? Oops. Dang, I lost the comments. I think somebody said, how much money did you lose before you actually started making your money back? Honestly, at the time I was young. I was only 15 years old, and I was not keeping up with that stuff. So I honestly couldn't even give you an answer. I know I started off practicing with like the Kiss kits from Walmart, and those I think were given to me, so I didn't spend any money on that. And then after that, when I was in high school, that's when my dad actually took me to the store, and I believe I did a video on this, and I actually showed how much I spent my very first time that I bought all of my supplies, because I still have my receipts. I think it was like 270 something, if I'm not mistaken. But it wasn't much. Like, it was like less than $300. Let's see. Thank you. Who is this? Sophie. Thank you, Sophie. um when it smells in my home from the monomer, I put pot of fabuloso to boil on low to get rid of the smell completely, and also help keep a candle going when doing nails from Bath and Body Works. Okay, I'm guessing someone asked, how to get rid of the monomer smell, and she just says she boils a little bit of fabuloso, and then she also has a Bath and Body Works candle. let's see. The primer that I use the Young Nail Protein Bond as a primer. The reason why I don't use the Mia Secret one is because whenever I first started using the Mia Secret, I still had a lot of the OPI primers because when I was doing nail competitions, they would give me a lot of product because their main sponsor was OPI. So I have a lot of OPI products. But one time, like I'm guessing I just had a bat, maybe it was old or it was expired, but it was a bottle of primer, and I'm guessing that's what was causing my lifting, and I kind of freaked out. So I bought like all new everything. I opened up a new bottle of monomer, a new bottle of polymer, and then I had already heard a lot of good things about Young Nails, so I decided to just go ahead and use their Young Nail Protein Bond because I know a lot of people use that. But I don't use a dehydrator. I just use the Protein Bond straight on the nail, and then I apply the acrylic. Oh. Leah, most likely you might be allergic to the acrylic, so make sure that like that should not be happening. So you might want to consider either going to the dermatologist or something. But most likely you might be allergic to the product, so I would suggest. I know as hard as it might be, I would suggest stop doing it until you figure out what's causing your allergic reaction. Yeah, someone said it's an allergy. I would suggest doing maybe polygel. Maybe that would help. Um, but yeah, other than that, I would suggest not trying it because you don't want something really bad to happen from that allergic reaction. The glue that I use for my nails is the KDS glue. That's what I use to apply the nail tips on. And then for my bling, I use the Soleil nail adhesive. Um, let me see. Um, oh, some Queen, thank you, girl. Yeah, I have on my Selena shirt. Let's see. Someone said if I don't have a nail tech license, can I charge? I mean, as you guys know, I did start doing nails before I was even licensed. I was charging, but you just have to make sure that you're careful because there's hateful people out there and they could easily report you to the health department, and when that happens they will fine you. I don't know how much, but they will fine you and you have to go to court and stuff, so you just have to be really careful to kind of keep it on the low. But like if you plan on doing this as a career, as a living, then I would suggest getting your license. That way you don't have to worry about that. um let me see. Again, someone asked, how did I build my clientele? Again, it's all about posting your work, telling your clients or your friends, family to, tell people about you. Another thing is just promoting yourself, do your nails. And when you have your nails done, people are going to ask, girl, who did your nails? And then you can just say, girl, I do nails. And then give them your business card, give them your number, give them your Instagram, and they can, hit you up about you doing their nails. So that's really like one of the main things that help. I used to do my little sister nails a lot, and people would always ask her, about her nails. Also, try doing, the business cards, doing like the referral thing, where if your clients refer someone, they get a free little service, whether it's a toe polish, free rhinestones, whatever the case may be. Just thank you to them for referring people to you. The big rhinestones, you can find them on Amazon. Just type in like 3D rhinestones and they should pop up. Um, okay, someone said, can you do a video on how to remove encapsulated nails and refill? A lot of the videos that I have are like to have like glitter and stuff inside, and the way to do it is first you have to make sure that you remove all of the glitter or whatever's inside the nail with an extra coarse drill bit, and then you just go in and do a regular fill. How to build an apex. Your apex is gonna be like this area right here of your nail, and you just have to like, usually the last bead that I applied builds my apex, and basically it's the thickest part of your nail. So this area right here, you just apply your bead like right here in the middle, and then very gently brushing it down. Not, you don't want to brush it all the way towards the tip. You want, because you want this area to be thicker, so you place it down and just blend it in with the rest. That way this part right here will be thicker. You don't want the nails to be super flat. You want it to be like a hump right here. You want it to go whoop and not just like this. Let's see. Someone said, how do I keep on my crystals? Again, I use the Soleil nail adhesive. Thank you, Joe. I don't even want to mess. I don't want to mess up your name. I think last name is Espinosa. Let me see. What's my opinion on unlicensed nail techs, good ones and bad ones? Honestly, we all start somewhere. You know, I was once unlicensed. I was already doing nails. You know, you have to do what you have to do. I don't have anything bad to say about them. You know, it's just us, you know, trying to learn how to do nails. It's something that we really like, that we really enjoy. So, you know, I would never be the type of person that jeopardizes someone's career because, you know, they're not licensed. A lot of the time, you know, us licensed people, we go out of our way to learn, you know, everything that we want to learn, you know, and we can learn a lot on YouTube, from just watching videos or, you know, just seeing other people's work. So there's a lot of good nail techs. There's also, you know, some bad nail techs, but, you know, we all have to start somewhere, so we can't really just, um like blame them. A lot of people can't, don't have money to go to school. There's people that don't have the time. Maybe they have kids, they just can't afford to go to school. So, you can't always, um not always, but, it's just not something that everyone can do, because it is like someone just said, it's 600 hours, $11,000. That's a lot. I believe here in Arkansas it's like $5,000. It's also 600 hours. So that's a lot. It's good, like, say for someone that's like straight out of high school, it would be good because, they don't have anything else going on, maybe a little job here or there. But if you have kids, like, I mean, imagine just going to class for 600 hours. Like when I was doing cosmetology school, I was going Monday through Friday from 3 to 9. Like, imagine if I had kids. Like, how am I going to get someone to watch my kids from 3 to 9, Monday through Friday? Like, that's a lot. And imagine paying for a daycare. So, like, something is just, I feel like that's just like, it's crazy. But, I understand we have to be licensed. But, again, like for a lot of people, that's just almost impossible to do. Evelyn said, what brushes do you highly recommend for a budget? Okay, so first off, you don't want to buy a brush on a budget. Your brush is the most important tool. If you don't use a good brush, you're not going to be able to do good nails, because the acrylic is going to get build up in your brush. It's going to be a disaster. Your nails are going to be lumpy, so you don't want to go cheap on your brush. I cannot stress that enough. Again, um your brush is very important. I use the alpha brushes, and they work really good for me. I do have a link for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. But even, like, I mean, there are some cheap brushes. Like, I have some from Nail Supply Glamour, and they're not too bad, but they're so flimsy to where I can't even brush the acrylic all the way down, because they kind of just like bend back and forth. But it's really important that you spend good money on a brush. Like, you can go to Alpha Brush and they're like $20, so it's not a lot. But again, you want to make sure that you don't just buy like a super cheap brush, because again, like, those, like, no, like, cheap brushes are gonna like give you a headache. Like, whenever I first started, I was buying brushes from Sally's, and the product would get stuck to the brush so much, it would build into, like, build the product will get built into the brush, and like, it's so hard to take it out. So I would keep having to buy brushes all the time, until I think I started using OPI brushes, but those were like $40. I had them because they came in like my nail supply kit from school. But like, those were really good, but I wasn't paying $40 or $50 for a brush. So then that's when I started using Alpha Brush, and I absolutely love them. So, if you don't have the money now, just save up a little bit of money, and I would suggest investing into them. Yeah, see, someone said they bought a number 8 from Alpha Brush and it was $18. Ale, yes, you can charge if you're not licensed, but like I said earlier, you just have to make sure that you're careful. You know, you don't want to get reported to the health department, but you know, just let your clients know, you know, like I'm still practicing, I'm a beginner. You know, you also don't want to charge too much because people are gonna be like, dang, you know, like she just started doing nails, she's only been doing them for a few months, and she's already charging, you know, prices from the shop or whatever. And even though, you know, like say your work is really good, well, I'm saying this as if you were like a beginner. You know, I don't know what stage in your nail career you're in. Of course, you know, if you're like really good, then I would suggest charging more. But you know, as a beginner, I would suggest starting off low. That way you can get more clients, you know, and people won't be so iffy about coming to you because of your prices. But you definitely still have to charge because, you know, you have to be able to buy more product to do nails. Okay, so someone said something about the bristles of their no alpha brush. You have to make sure that even though, like, even when you get a good brush, you still have to make sure that you take care of your brush. You want to make sure that you clean them after each set. I always leave my brush in a little dapping dish with acetone for 10 minutes to soak off any of that product that's in my brush. And then I make sure that I like basically rub on my brush. That way it's nice and flat. And if you have a brush where the bristles are just all over the place, like my brush right now, it was doing that today, you just can apply some top, like regular top coat, not gel, just regular top coat. Just apply it on, like brush it on your brush and just with your fingers do this to flatten it out and leave it there overnight. And then tomorrow when you're ready to use it, like it should be nice and flat. Let's see. Chris, I do have a video on that. If you just go, I actually just did it not too long ago. Let me see what it's called. It is called. It's called How to Use a Nail Drill and What Nail Drill Bits to Use. So it is. Let me see. I don't know if maybe I can share the link in the comments. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna let me. Okay, there we go. I just commented below, and that's the link to the video on how I use my drill and what drill bits I use. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, see, someone else even said it. It said, please don't go cheap on a brush. When I first started, I bought one for $8 and it literally fell apart the next day. I personally use Fuji brushes. They work pretty good and it's on Amazon. So, like, you know, if you buy from Amazon, you know, just read the reviews. I'm not saying that, you know, Alpha Brush is just the best. But you know, like I'm sure there's other good brushes out there. But you know, if you buy from somewhere else, just make sure you read the reviews before you buy. That way you know that you're getting your money's worth. Yes, Queen Nikki. She said, "Can you say that you're not charging? They're giving you a tip." Yes, that's what my teacher used to tell me. You know, just instead of saying, "Oh, you know, this is how much I charge," you know, let them know like, you know, I'm a beginner, but you know, you can tip me, and this is how much the tip need to be. Basically, just basically word it as a tip instead of saying that you're charging. It makes sense. Um, Hartel, I think that's the name. Yes, I have thought about or considered doing a class. We had just talked about that a few minutes ago. But I'm still trying to, like, you know, organize everything and maybe get everyone's input to see what would work best for everyone and for myself. So just give me a little bit of time. I know I've been procrastinating, but I really have to get on it because I've had a lot of people asking me. Um, Somebody, Pretty Things Underneath said, "Have you ever thought about becoming a teacher?" Actually, I have to like, let's see. I was studying last night, but this is my book. I have to take my instructor's test. So like, I've already gone to school to be a cosmetology instructor. I just have to take my test to get my license. I actually like my cosmetology license expired on my birthday, and I haven't renewed it because I want to go take my instructor's test. That way I don't have to pay for my cosmetology license and for my license, I can just pay for my instructor's license, and then I don't have to worry about having to renew my cosmetology one, if that makes sense. But I have to hurry up and study so I can go take my test. I tried to schedule it yesterday, but it wouldn't let me, so I actually have to call the people and see what's going on. Let's see. Someone said, what's a good size brush for acrylic for beginners? If you use the alpha brush, I would suggest using like a number 9 or 10. I think that's a pretty good size. Most likely a 10. I know the last time that I got a 9, I feel like it was a bit too small, so I would definitely say to do a 10. Yeah, when I first started doing nails, like it took, somebody said, I remember taking 5 hours to do a set, and when I started watching Natalie, now I'm down to 2 hours. Yeah, when I first started doing nails, y'all, it used to take me like 3 or 4 hours, like 4 hours. Like it used to take me a while. But with time, you find things that work for you. You find things to cut down your time, and that's the only way to get better is just practicing, doing it over and over and over again a million times until you are comfortable with the steps that you're taking. Thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, someone said something. She said, I would definitely take your class, especially if you did them online. Yeah, I know that's another thing that I've been seeing is that people are doing online classes. I don't know how that would work. Maybe over FaceTime. Is that something that would sound good? Like doing the class over FaceTime? Like maybe one-on-one classes over FaceTime? Let me know if that's something that you think would be a good idea. What's wrong with my Tickle Bear? Y'all, guess what? I get my other baby sometime this week. I don't know if you guys know, but Sugar, um, is a daddy now. He had, well, not him, but his baby mama had two girls and a boy. One of the girls actually passed, but I'm gonna be getting one of his girls. And then one of my clients is buying the other boy. She actually came today, y'all. She was so excited. But I texted her and I was like, because she had already told me that she wanted one of the puppies, but we didn't know, who was gonna, like the lady that has them. She, had some people that wanted to buy them as well. But she texted me this week and she said, hey, like, let me know if you have anybody that wants to buy him. So I texted my client and I was like, I want you to buy him because me and her are really close. I've been doing her nails for a long time. So it was like, I want you to have him. So she is going to buy him and she's really excited. She's already been shopping, and she's Sugar and me are still gonna be able to see him because she said that when she comes to get her nails done, she's gonna bring him. So that is perfect. And I told her that I'm willing to dog sit for her when she go out of town because after all, that is my grandson. So okay, but anyways, let's see. Uh, let's see. I know somewhere that sorry, my sister's texting me. Someone said come to Boston. Somewhere that I do want to go. I want to go to New York next month in December because I want to see what it's like with like the Christmas decorations and like with the snow. Hopefully by then it'll be snowing. But is anybody from New York? Like, let me know because I want to come out there. But it's just so expensive. Like, the hotels are so freaking expensive. I think the flight is like almost $400. But I really want to go out there. Maybe just for like the weekend. Let's see. Um, Thank you, Queen Nikki and Pretty Things. Thank you both. Again, well, really, I wouldn't say my favorite acrylic, but like the acrylic that I use is the Mia Secret. She says Podcast says she's from the Bronx. Yeah, I think I went to New York last year in July, but I want to go back like when it's cold and snowing. I really wanted to go for like New Year's, but I don't know if I can handle that crowd. No, I've never considered moving to LA. Someone asked if I ever considered moving to LA. Like, I went in August and I wasn't like in love. Like, I love Florida. As you guys know, I was just there last weekend. I love Florida. That's where I would want to move to if I ever moved anywhere. But I don't know about LA. I liked it, but it's not a place where I'm just like, oh, like I want to go back to LA, like all the time. Cause I've probably been to Florida like 5 times this year, but to LA, like I would go back, but I don't know. Someone said I like it. Can you show? Let's see. Yeah, someone said yes to FaceTime classes. Let's see. Someone said, I think FaceTime classes would be awesome, so we would be able to get real time feedback and ask questions. No, I don't ever travel. I have too much stuff to travel to do nails. I would never do that. Someone else said, yep, FaceTime. Someone said FaceTime. What the hell? Someone just said some dumb stuff. Let's see. Um, Let's see. Someone said, "How do you build a clientele when it seems like everyone's doing nails, especially on YouTube?" Again, you just have to make sure that you're doing good nails. When people see your work and they like it, they're gonna want to come to you. So, and just posting your work a lot, passing out your business cards. One thing that you could also do is just set a goal for yourself. Like, okay, so every time I go out, whether it's to the store, wherever, just pass out, like, just again set a goal. Like, okay, when I go to the store, my goal is to pass out 5 business cards. You can always do that. I know just the other day I was at a food truck getting my shrimp because I eat shrimp every Friday. But I was getting my shrimp, and then one of the girls was like, she was like, "Hey, excuse me," and I looked back, and she was like, "I noticed. I think I had on some Uggs and like a pink shirt from Victoria's Secret." And she was like, "I just noticed you had on some Uggs, and I actually sell Uggs, so here's my business card." And you could always do something like that. Like, sometimes it might be a little intimidating because you don't know how they're gonna react or anything. But you could always just be like, "Hey, like I noticed you wear nails. Here's my business card. I do nails. You should check my work out. Just something like that." But you could always just set like a goal, and just do that every now and then, and that kind of just gets your name out there. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Who said that? Queen Nikki. I would again, it's just a matter of practicing and doing it over and over again. When you first start off, you're not gonna be as good, but with practice, I promise you that we all go through that stage where we don't feel comfortable, we don't feel confident, we feel like our nails are not good enough. But with time, you're gonna be able to build your confidence, and you're just gonna get a lot better. So just give it some time, keep practicing. As always, as far as applying acrylic, it's going to be the same steps over and over and over again. The only way to get better is just doing it a million times. Let's see. Yeah, I would definitely fly to New York. We drove the last time, and I'm not ever doing that again. um Someone said the moment when you're trying to go natural, but you look at Natalie's nails. Yeah, I'm blinked out this time, y'all. Let's see. Michelle, I unfortunately Mia Secret does not Mia Secret, but Alpha Brush no longer do the promo codes. I only have a link that is linked to me, but I don't have a promo code. But if you sign up with their email, I believe you get like 5% off or like 10% off for your birthday or something like that. Or I think you just get automatically 5% if you sign up with your email. Thank you, Angie. Let me see. Whenever I go to get my hair done at the hairdresser, I always talk to the girls there, and they always ask to see my work, and I take my card. Yeah, so see, Sophie, like that's what you want to do. People, if you do good work, people are gonna ask about your nails, whether you're at the store. People are going to notice. So like you could always carry your business cards around, give them your Instagram name, your phone number, things like that. Let me see. Sorry, I know somebody said something about a noise. It's a police academy across the street, and they're out there, I guess, shooting or something, so you can hear their gunshots. That's probably what it is. Mia Secret nail kit. Do it another style with that kit. Honestly, I don't even think I still have that kit. I think I gave it away. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just. Oh, I just read her comment. Um, let's see. Okay, so someone said, what advice would you give to someone who is interested in doing nails but is not artistic? Okay, so what you can do is just go on Instagram, go on Twitter, not Twitter, but Pinterest, and just look up different nail pictures that you like. You know, save them in an album. When someone don't know what they want, you know, you can just pick one of those and just do them on them. Or a lot of the time, you know, your clients will have a picture of something they seen on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, and you can just recreate it. Um, okay, so as far as like clients, I actually only do 4 people a day. Because again, I have my YouTube, I have my online store, I have a lot of other things. So I only do 4 people. When I first started doing nails, I was doing a lot more clients. I was probably doing like 7 or 8 clients a day. But y'all, like since I started at a young age, like my back literally be killing me. Recently, I have been having trouble with like my hands hurting a lot, and that's something that you want to make sure you do. You want to make sure that you get a good share, that you exercise your hands, because it's very common for nail techs to have back problems as well as carpal tunnel. So I was really scared when my hands started hurting the other day, because it was to the point where like I had my mom massaging my hands, my boyfriend massaging my hands, because the pain was so bad that I literally wanted to cry. I was steady having to take like pain pills, and I was like, I literally had some sort of oil. Let's see. I bought this right here. It's called Arnica Relief Oil, and it just looks like this, and it's like a oil, and it relieves ache, pain, stiffness, swelling, and bruising. So I would apply it on my hands, and I would just massage it in, and I would sit there and like rub on my hand, because it was this part of my hand. And like my hands would usually hurt whenever I was like doing nails from like buffing or filing, but it was to the point where they were hurting all of the time, especially my left hand. So I was getting really worried, and like it still hurt every now and then, but that time like it was just horrible. Like my hands were stiff. It was so bad. So you want to make sure that you know you keep. I know someone told me about a stress ball. I bought some stress balls, which I don't even use, but just massage your fingers, you know, like extra, not exercise or massage, but you know, just do a couple of hand exercises, you know, to help with, you know, just um I don't know, preventing that from happening to you. Let's see. Um, Someone saying, can you still use acrylic while pregnant, focusing on the odor? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think that, you know, it would affect anything. Um, but on that'll probably be some, you know, something you would have to research. But I'm not sure. Okay, so Queen Nikki said she wants to use Tammy Taylor. Now, I honestly do not like Tammy Taylor. When I was in cosmetology school in college, we used Tammy Taylor, and I don't like it because it dries so fast, to the point that like even now if I use it, I only use one, which is like a gold glitter, and I've had it for a while. But when you apply the acrylic, it dries so fast that by the time you go to brush it, it already dried, so you get those bumps and lumps. So if you're a beginner, I would not suggest using Tammy Taylor, because again it does dry really fast. If you're a lot more advanced and like very advanced, I would suggest using it, but again, even for me now, like it just dries too fast. um Thank you, Queen. Thank you. She said she's watching from Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you. Thank you, Jolisa. Someone said, where can I take classes for acrylic and gel extension since there is no course in cosmetology? You could always just look around and see if maybe they offer a no tech course. I know it's really hard to find them, in different states, but I'm sure, somewhere might have them. Someone says suggestions for getting good polish on a budget. I love Madam Glam and Chow. I bought 14 bottles for $100. I had to rearrange my whole budget to get those bottles. Um, Again, Madam Glam, I love them. They go on so good. It's worth every penny. Another brand I talked about earlier was D&D. I have a few D&D gel polishes which come with a regular nail polish and a gel polish, and those I believe are like $7.50 at my nail supply store. I've seen them for like $8 online, but those is a hit and miss. Like some might be too thick, others may be a little bit runny, so you just have to be careful with those colors. But it's no telling what you're gonna get until you actually try it out. Let's see. Someone said, are the safety drill bits as effective as non-safety drill bits for going around the cuticle area after applying acrylic? Okay, so the safety drill bits, I feel like they still, y'all, Sugar is so cold. He's over here shaking. So the safety drill bits, those I only use them, like I only use the extra coarse drill bit to remove the shine, or not, I'm sorry, to remove the gel polish from the nails. But to seal around the cuticle area, I really would not recommend because it's really hard to seal that acrylic. So I would suggest just using a regular fine drill bit to go around the cuticle area. Let's see. I'm in Arkansas. Someone just asked where I'm located. Thank you, Tasha. Again, someone asked about my favorite acrylic brand. I use the Mia Secret acrylic system. It's very inexpensive and it also works really good for me. Queen says she's having trouble with stiletto. The key to stiletto is just making sure that you file about the same amount of times on each side. If you want them really pointy, just file, on each side about the same amount of times. And make sure that you're paying attention to your shape. You will be able to see your shape change. So if it's crooked, just fall on the opposite side to kind of even it out. Let me see. Thank you. Who is this? Touch Soul 7. Thank you, girl. She said, do you have to use a base gel coat for a matte gel top coat? If you're doing, when I use gel polish on acrylic nails, I don't ever use a base coat. Now, if I use regular nail polish on toes, or not, sorry, if I use gel polish on natural nails or toes, I do use a base. But when I do gel polish on acrylic nails, I don't use a base coat. Hopefully that answered your question. It was a little, I don't know. What is a great place to get things for beginners? I do have a video on products that you need as a beginner, and it's kind of just from all over the place. It's not just a specific place where I get my things. I kind of just shop wherever, really wherever it's cheaper. Hey Denise, someone said I use Macart too and they are good. Yeah, Macart does have like some gel polish kits, and they're also pretty good. I have one that I recently got that is a Christmas set, so I'm gonna wait a little bit closer to December to actually review that one. But their polishes are pretty good. Y'all, Sugar is literally like knocked out. Um, Let me see. Let me look for the link. Someone just asked if I can link the store, the stuff, the website for the Mia Secret stuff. Let's see, copy. Okay, so if you go on this website, this store is actually based out of Dallas, and they have a lot of the nail supply, or a lot of the Mia Secret products. So I just left the page below, and the promo code is Get Nailed. I think it's Get Nailed. Try it. If not, let me know. Let's see. Okay, so that's something that we talked about. Who is this? Hertel? I'm probably sabotaging your name, but someone said, can you do a video on 3D nail art or one stroke flowers? Okay, those are two things that I wish that I could do, but I've never been able to do it. Like, I suck at it. Every time that I try doing the 3D nails, or 3D nail art, like, I give up because I just cannot. So if you're good at doing that, like, please do a video and post it for me, because I'm just like, I've watched so many videos and I just cannot get it down. I don't know if maybe I need to buy like a specific type of acrylic, a better brush. I don't know what it is, but I cannot do them. Let's see. Thank you. Who is this? Marilyn. Thank you, Marilyn. Nora, yeah, I'm gonna do some research and see, how much I could charge, or, like, I don't know, try to see, what's convenient for people. Maybe do it by hour. Maybe have a set rate, of like, I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. Most likely, I will make a post asking for people's opinion on classes, as far as like online classes and like one-on-one in-person classes, to see what works best for everyone. Anissa said, have you used the Valentino products? Honestly, I only have one set of Valentino products or powders. I think I've only used like one, and it went on really, like, really, really good. I believe I used it for like an ombre, and it was like a glittery white. But that's the only one I've used, but it went on really good. And I know they're a little bit more on the pricier side, so, for the price, I think they're definitely worth it. Thank you, Leslie. Let's see. You sing. I heard you sing a number 4 or 5 3D brush works, but I don't know. I haven't been successful. The only 3D nail art brush that I've ever used was by not Mia Sicker, but Alpha Brush, and I don't know. It's just me. Like, I can't get it down. Like, it looks so easy when other people do it, but I just cannot do it. Someone said the gold bottle of D&D is very good. I think they said it's pure gel. I also like the Gelitzer and Kiera Sky gel polish. Okay, so those are other options as far as gel polish. Thank you. Someone said they love my bed. As you can see, I love my bling, so you guys know that my bed is blinged out. Um, I get my stones. I have my stones on my online store again. I most likely will be opening up my store again this week to sell some of the things that were left on the store. And then I don't know if you guys can hear me. This thing kind of froze. I think you can. But yeah, I'll probably be opening up my store again as soon as I get my shipping labels and my mailer bags. I'll be opening it up so I can sell some of the things that were left. Because once we did inventory again, it was still quite a few tips left, and I know a lot of people want the tips. So I'll be sure to post about it if I do decide to bring the website back. But if not, most likely it will be, if I open it in November, the next time won't be until December. But I'll let you guys know. Ams XO, yeah, it's definitely not easy to do acrylic nails. It takes a lot of practice. It looks really easy when you watch it in videos, but it takes some practice. Someone saying, can you recommend the best starters for beginners, like polygel, acrylic, etc.? For acrylic, I would suggest using Mia Secret. It works really good for beginners. It's really inexpensive, and it also gives you a good amount of time to actually smooth the acrylic out, instead of it drying too fast. So I would recommend Mia Secret. I do have a video on all of the materials that you need to do acrylic nails, so I'll be sure, let me look for it, because then I forget. Let's see. But if you just go on Google and just type in, like, Natalie, materials used for beginners or nails for beginners, it should pop up. But let me look for it. Let's see. Okay, here's one from 3 months ago. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you the link down below, and this is the link to the video where I tell you everything that you need for acrylic nails. Thank you, Harley. I don't know. I'm I'm pretty sure I'm saying your name wrong, but thank you. She says she likes my makeup. Like, this is my everyday makeup. I just threw some on because I usually don't even wear makeup when I do nails. I used to all the time, but when I started working out, it was just, not hard, but I didn't have time to do my makeup. But today I actually had to record a video earlier for the on Madam Glam's Madam's Glam YouTube page. I actually swatched their new collection, which was really pretty. So that's why I did my makeup today, and that's why I was like, my makeup's done. Let me do a video, which is why I decided to do this live. Sugar. Someone said, any tip for beginners that are left-handed? Honestly, I'm right-handed, so I honestly couldn't even tell you. I know maybe you can use your drill on like reverse. I think it would go the opposite way. I think that's the only thing that I know about people that are left-handed. Some Queen said, "What's your take on buying acrylic stuff with no brand?" A lot of the time, you're gonna know that products are MMA because they don't have a name on it. Especially like, say if you go to your nail supply store and you see like a gallon of monomer for $10, most likely it's MMA because EMA acrylic is not that cheap. So you want to make sure that you know what you're buying because you don't want to be using MMA products on your clients. Uh, Someone said, "What do you think about A-Press nails?" I honestly don't know what that is. Sorry. Someone said, "What nail tips do you use on your nail trainer?" I'm gonna leave you the link to the video that I did. Let's see, Natalie. Nail tips. Okay, so for my nail trainer, I use the nail tips that they sell at the nail supply store because they're like flimsier and they kind of are a lot thinner. So they like when you set them down, they kind of spread out a lot better than the ones that I will use on my nails. But let's see. I think they're the Eden brand, I think. But I'm gonna leave you the or like the link below to the video that I have on how to apply the nail tips on the nail. Mm. Devin, I've actually never used the diamond bits. I'll have to see if I have any. I think I do. I think I was looking for something today and I seen something. So MMA, let me see. I'm gonna leave you a link. So basically, MMA is an acrylic that was used back in the days for like making teeth, fake teeth. So like the people that were like dentists would use that to make teeth. But since it's so cheap, people would use it on nails. And like you will know that it's MMA because when you soak it off, it's gonna be really sticky, like almost like gooey, not gooey, but like stringy. It's gonna be really hard to soak off, and it's gonna be really shiny whenever you try to soak it off. um but MMA is not good to use on your nails. Taylor, I am actually a licensed cosmetologist. I did the whole cosmetology program. Marilyn, I use the Scarlet nail drill, which works really good for me. Nissa Ray TV. I actually have the bling on my website. So again, I most likely am going to be launching my website again, maybe at the end of this week. So I'll be sure to post about it on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is getnaildirty2, and I'll be sure to post about it on there. Yeah, Sophie, you can just go on Amazon and just type in long tips. How do you safely apply acrylic to thin nails? If your nails are thin, you don't need to be applying no nails on the acrylic on the nails. You just want to make sure let those nails grow out to a strong, to make sure that they're strong. You don't want to keep applying acrylic on super damaged thin nails because you're gonna damage the nail even more. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead. We've already been on here for 93 minutes. Again, I still haven't even ate anything. Right after I finished doing nails, I got on here and started recording the video because I had already told you guys on Instagram that I was. So hopefully this video was helpful to everyone on here. Let's see, I'm gonna answer 2 more questions. Primer is necessary. That is going to help the acrylic adhere to the nail a lot better. And then the other comment that I just seen was, let's see, something about an apex. Tips for building a proper apex. We talked about this earlier. Your apex is right here. You want this area of your nail to be a lot thicker. So if you follow my 4 bead method, you are going to be able to create a nice apex, because first you apply the bead right in the middle, then the second one below it, the third one closer to the cuticle area, and then the fourth one you place right in the middle. When you place that one, you brush the acrylic really gently, because you want most of that product to stay right there, because you want that part to be thicker. So always when you're working, make sure that you look at your nail from the side, and if it looks really flat, then just go in and apply more at that cuticle area. But again, that's pretty much it for this live. I don't want to make it much longer because we've been on here for a while. I think we pretty much had a good talk. I answered a lot of questions. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at GetNail32. I'm thinking about doing a live, not a live, but a giveaway pretty soon. So make sure to go subscribe and also to follow me on Instagram, because that's where I post my giveaways. Um, let's see. Someone said something about cutting with the nail drill. You want to make sure that you always get really good stability. And when you watch my videos, you will notice that I hold their finger with my pinky, I think, or with one of my fingers to get some stability. That way the drill is not all over the place. The best gel polish is Madam Glam. Let's see. Yeah, I am gonna be saving the live so you guys can go back and watch it. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I keep trying to answer questions. Um, but yeah, Michelle, the best nail drill is, or the one that I've been using is by Melody Susie, is the Scarlet Melody Susie drill, and it works really good. But anyways, I'm gonna be leaving the links down below to some of the things that I remember, like the Alpha brush, the Mia, or not Mia Secret, yeah, Mia Secret, and to the what was the other one, the Madam Glam gel polishes, and then whatever else I can think of. But if not, leave a comment down below and remind me what I was supposed to link down below, for anyone that needs it. What the hell, this guy is crazy. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you guys so much for the support, and be sure to go follow me on Instagram, and follow me or subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.